What's going on, guys? Long time no see. Hope everyone's doing well. In today's video we're going to be taking a look at the Razer Viper Mini gaming mouse. Now before we get started, if you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, please consider subscribing. Now let's get to it. You're going to see very simple packaging here. Comes with an instruction manual. Also comes with a Razer product logo like sticker. So if you're into that type of thing, cool, it comes with it. If not, no big deal. And then your filler to hold the product in place. So really simple packaging, probably helps lower the cost of this product, which is a bonus, and that's one of the big highlights of this product. Is here it is. Here's the mouse, and it comes in at $39.99 USD, which is a killer price for a gaming mouse of this quality in my opinion. Now let's go ahead and start. It has RGB, the logo right here in the front, along with this half ring on the bottom to create kind of like an underbody glow. Obviously while in use you're not going to be able to see the lighting, but if you're someone that cares about the aesthetic of your setup as far as the flow of your room and how things look, then you know that's something to keep in mind. Now I will note that you have to have the Razer Synapse software installed, and that's how it loads its lighting profile. It does have onboard memory, but it doesn't save your lighting profile to that onboard memory. So if you connect to a different computer, it'll just use the default color cycle, and to me that's not a big deal at all. But anyways, I thought I'd note it just in case anyone is really, some people are all about the aesthetic, and that's okay, that's your thing, but keep that in mind. Alright, moving forward. Design. It's an ambidextrous design as far as it's symmetrical, but I will note that it's going to be more geared towards someone that's right-handed because the mouse buttons on the side are only on the left-hand side of the product, not on both sides like you would normally find on a true ambidextrous mouse. But for me that's okay because I'm right-handed and I just prefer an ambidextrous style because I like the symmetrical feel. Now it does have these grooves here on the triggers, your mouse buttons, and those provide a really comfortable feel, and I think the ergonomics of this mouse really combat the size. So like it's small, and it's a little bit smaller of a mouse that I feel like I would normally use, but the way the ergo is set up, it's real nice. So I prefer it over my Sensei 310 and also the Zowie that I use, the FK2. But anyways, more to this. It's a plastic body which comes in and makes it super lightweight. It comes in at 61 grams, so super light. Now you might confuse that off the rip for it feeling a little bit cheap, but once you put it in hand and start using it, the build quality is there, so don't worry about that, guys. It's a really good product, and I feel like Razer has come a long way since they first started their brand to now, so I would definitely recommend this. Now the buttons on the side are very big for the size of the mouse, but they offer a really natural feel for me. And I will say this as a huge disclaimer on this review, or this overview, is that comfortability is everything. So if it feels comfortable in hand, then you're going to want to use it. If it really doesn't feel good and starts hurting your hand or your wrist, definitely stop the usage, pick up something else that feels better. You want comfort over everything, in my opinion. Most of the modern mouses nowadays, the sensors are all good, so you don't really have to worry about a sensor coming off of a main name brand like Razer or SteelSeries or Corsair or Zowie, all those. Plenty to choose from. A lot of fish out there in the sea. Everything feels natural. Again, these buttons, I have no misclicks on the side buttons. The actuation on the actual clicks feel good. They get a nice feedback and sound signature, not too loud. The mouse wheel is very big for its size, like compared to the actual mouse itself, which gives it a very natural, good feel. It's very notchy, tight, but it's not loud, which is really beneficial in my opinion. Now the feet are very nice, very big too. There's one on top, one on bottom. They are PTFE feet. It slides really good, effortlessly. A huge bonus is the fact that they give you a 6-foot cable that they call SpeedFlex cable, and to dumb it down for anyone, all it really is, it's a braided cable, but it's not braided super tight like you will find in some manufacturers, and I actually prefer that. So that way if it ever gets caught on something, you don't have to worry about it potentially breaking the internal connection inside of here. So I love that. I think job well done Razer for this mouse. The pricing is $39.99 USD. Again, killer price for what you get. This is something that I definitely would recommend for any level of gamer, whether you're entry level or you've been a pro or something, whatever. You're good at games, you like playing games. This is just really comfortable for me. That's why I'm recommending it highly, especially for the price. But again, if you have the option and availability, definitely see if you can get your hands on one of this before you buy, if you're at all skeptical on the size. But one of those key things here is the fact that it has these grooves, so just the ergonomics. Sensei 310 is really comfortable, but it just uses this hump design, so it just curves over, that's it. There's no indentations or grooves. So it's still comfortable, just not as comfortable as the Viper Mini. Now, the Sensei 310 has true ambidextrous, so there's mouse buttons on each side. But I think they did it for cosmetic purposes. These buttons are really thin. It makes it look really clean, and it's still functional, guys. I haven't had a misclick or anything, but I feel like the Viper Mini is more natural in my hand, so I will say that I prefer this over this. So, and that's always a plus when you find something really cool that you want to talk about. Okay, now getting to the final pieces here, it does have the ability to save DPI profiles and switch them, as long as, with also being able to change out your button assignments. Now, this is what really makes it for me. Now, I'm not a Razer product user by any standard, so this is my first time using one in a long time, and right off the rip, right when you plug it in to your computer, it brought up all the software installation for Razer Synapse that it needs, which was really cool. I didn't have to go to any website or do any extra work, just plug it in and it gets me started. But also, it's just a very fluid software, in my opinion. Now, others with more experience, or maybe with your random hardware configurations, it might not have went so well, and that can impact how someone feels on it. But for me, first time using it, very, very good. It auto brought everything up to install. I like the UI, everything's simple, customized. You can change your bindings, performance. You can have different levels of DPI stages, they call it, so the number of profiles. I like to just use two, one for my desktop and work, and one for gaming, so 600 for gaming, 800 for anything else. It can go as low as 200 and as high as 8500 DPI, or CPI, depending on what region you're from. And what's cool is you can select how many profiles you want. You can have up to 5 DPI profiles. Again, I like to just use 2. Polling rate, which everyone will probably keep it the same, but depending on your area that you live, you might want to change it just based on frequency. But here's the highlight, and this is what was missing with the SteelSeries software that I wish was there, because I do like the SteelSeries software. It's the fact that you can have it installed, start up all the time, but minimized in your taskbar. But when you switch your DPI, check this out, guys. It'll give you that visual confirmation, which is awesome. Now obviously you're going to feel the difference if your DPI settings have a big drastic change. Like from 600 to 800 isn't too big, but it's, you can feel it. But anything larger than that, you can definitely feel it. But I love the fact that they have that notification there for that extra visual confirmation. So if you're playing a game that's important, like something super competitive, and you just want that extra reassurance, that's just really cool to have. So in my opinion, it flows really well, and the fact that the software booted up on its own allowed me to install what I needed, and then done, ready to go in minutes. Probably took about 5 minutes to get everything configured. Awesome. So I highly recommend this, guys. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have any additional questions that maybe I didn't get to, please feel free to drop a line in the comments below, and I'll catch you guys on the next one. See ya.